Welcome to the Marion Trainer podcast, where transformation meets tenacity. I'm Marion Benton, a fitness coach, motivational speaker, and a living testament that setbacks are just setups for comebacks. This podcast is for my go-getters and everyone ready for change. Here, we dive into the power of perseverance, mindset, and building the habits that create a roadmap to success in fitness and in life. If you're ready to break through limits and ignite your potential, you're in the right place. It's now or never. Let's get started.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another exciting Marion Trainer Keep It Simple podcast. And today, we're going to get straight to it. We have a very special guest, and I want to introduce everyone so she can tell her story. I feel you will enjoy this and then like it and be inspired. She should be in the guest room now. Let me know if you're ready to come in. And her name is Deocha Johnson. And again, she should be coming in any minute now. And I hope everyone is doing well. Good morning. Okay, let's see.
Hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Can you hear and see me?
Yeah, let me see if I get my headphones don't seem connected.
So while you're doing that, I'm letting everybody know. I hope you got your Kleenexes, drinking your warm tea, because this barometric pressure is wearing us out.
I got coffee.
Hey, whatever gets the throat coated. So
Exactly.
And so we're going to get started. Everyone, this is Deocha, and we want to make sure you get her name right.
Yeah.
Deocha. So.
Right. I go by D, but typically, because Deocha, for whatever reason, some folks can't get it right. But, I go by either Deocha or D, whatever's memorable.
Gotcha. So, you want to know, because I want to give people just a little bit of thing about, I don't know, was it 3 years ago we met?
Yes.
3 years ago. And I would see this young lady in the gym. She was just going at it. And I said, wow, I'm really happy for her. Then I introduced myself to her and her husband, and which I'm working with him now. So we're looking to do some great things with him. But I was just so amazed by the transformation she made that for me, it was like, I got to get her on the show. So we've been talking about this for probably about 3 or 4 months now.
Right.
So, and without further ado, we're going to ask the first question and get into this. And you just we're going to tell people about you. So Deocha, can you start by sharing what initially inspired you to embark on your health journey back in 2012?
All right, so I know it just seemed, when you think of 2012, that just seems so long ago, but I had my first baby, and I had a lot of health complications. So I was a high-risk pregnancy, got really sick after I had the baby, and I developed preeclampsia post-pregnancy. So if you know anything about that, that has a lot to do with blood pressure. So I went into the pregnancy overweight already. I gained weight with the pregnancy, and then luckily I didn't develop like gestational diabetes or anything, but I did have high blood pressure issues. And it seemed like after the baby that just never resolved, but my weight was also still up there too. And so, from there, I was like, I have this new life, this new responsibility. I need to be there, right? And so it started in 2012. And so in 2012, I started tracking what I ate. I just started slow. I started tracking what I ate with MyFitnessPal. And I'm still tracking. I think I'm on day 22,500 and something. I don't know. But I'm tracking consistently.
So before you go into the next part of it, that is part of question number 2 that I have to ask. So this is going to segue into what you're going to, the challenges you face. You told us part of it, and you've tried various methods like Weight Watchers, keto, before finding success with E2M.
Right.
What were some of the biggest challenges you faced with these programs?
Just this, I would say it was me. It was a lot of distractions. It was kids. A lot of the programs to me just weren't, they didn't hold me accountable. I could do things in secret. No one was there to say, okay, you need to check this, you need to check in. And then, with programs like Weight Watchers, to me, they weren't really sustainable for me. Keto wasn't sustainable as a lifestyle. It worked initially, but like long term, I felt like my body was missing some key nutrients.
Yes.
So, when I found this, first of all, it was a Facebook group, and social media is huge, right? So everyone's on Facebook. And so a friend of mine, she started posting pictures of her like before and afters. I was like, what are you doing? How did you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a drastic change in a short amount of time. And of course, we want a quick fix, right?
Of course.
Quick fix. So that's what drew me to it. And so I did that. I reached out to her. She told me about the program. And the program it's a very good program. I'm still actually in it. I think the key with that program is the community and the consistent accountability piece. It's very simple. The eating is simple. They focus on whole foods, proteins, nothing too complicated, and body movement, not something super intense. You can walk 45 minutes a day, eating right, drinking your water. It comes down to what the doctors have been telling us all along. Eat a well-balanced diet, drink your water, and get some movement in, right?
But sometimes that could be a little difficult when, you hear somebody say, hey, you need to eat a well-balanced diet. But what does that really mean?
Right.
For most people, when you've been doing something for so long that has become a habit to you.
Right.
So the next question will be your daily routine. And could you describe a typical day in your life on the E2M program? And how did you incorporate daily movement and manage your diet?
So I think, with me, I was blessed with, right place, right time, right opportunity. So, post pandemic, I switched careers and not careers per se. I'm still in human resources, but I now work from home and I support a West Coast company. So that allows for me to have time, during the morning. So in the mornings, let's start on Sunday. Sunday is my prep day, rest day. I prepare, I have a mental picture of what I want to eat for the week. We go to Sam's and Costco. My kids hate it, but that's like routine. Sam's and Costco on the weekends, and we load up what we need for the week, and we meal prep as much as we can to get us through most of the week. And I exercise. I wake up. I have some mindfulness, prayer time, devotion.
The mental part is very important.
Attitude, and just wake up feeling thankful that I woke up.
Absolutely.
Didn't, so just grateful for that. And then, I check in with my accountability group. So I develop a strong accountability group via Facebook and in real life, IRL, with a group of ladies. So I check in with them in the morning. I say good morning. I encourage them. We encourage each other. I hit the gym. I normally I see Marion in the gym, and you always encourage me and keep me on track.
Absolutely.
I work out, I do whatever, I have going on for that day. Another thing I like about the accountability groups, we have like monthly challenges, right? So it keeps fresh, right? So like this month, we're focusing on glow up, the glow up. So it might be 25 chest presses or 25 push-ups or something that we have to get in addition to what we typically do, cardio, weight resistance training, HIIT, things of that nature. So I exercise, eat right, 3 meals. I intermittent fast.
Yes.
Try to drink at least half a gallon of water to a gallon. And that's it. It's routine.
Let's ask, and I know people are going to want to know this because when they hear intermittent fasting, because it's different for everybody.
Right.
So when do you start your intermittent fasting?
When I first started, I kind of started hardcore. I didn't eat until noon, and I stopped eating around 7:30, 8 o'clock. As my body had, as I don't know if it's an age thing or what, it's like I had to make a switch, like a switch. So right now, I eat a little earlier, maybe around 10:30, 11 o'clock. And I make sure my last meal is before 7:30, and I typically don't eat after that. And I do that pretty much every day. I might flex a little bit on the weekends, kind of give myself a break. But generally from 11 to 7, that's usually my window.
Okay. So, and for those who may not have seen the pictures or saw the promo and just got on, losing weight is a mental challenge as it is physical. Can you share how your mindset changed throughout this journey?
The mental is like, I would say, half the battle, right? For me, I think it comes down to willpower, and I'm stubborn, right? So maybe it has something to do with me being a Capricorn. I don't know. But when I set my mind to something, I'm like, I'm going to go hardcore and I'm going to accomplish it. A lot of folks don't have that mentality. I become borderline obsessive with something, and I think that's what helps me. And I know that this is more of a lifestyle, and it's become a lifestyle, but it wasn't always like that. Now it wasn't, but my thing is when I noticed it started working, I was like, okay, there's something here. Even though, it took a little longer than 8 weeks, I was like, I'm 20 pounds lighter than I would have been if I had done nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you start seeing results, and that encourages you to keep going, just keep going. It's almost like you found the formula that works for you.
So the point would be, because everybody wants to know, okay, and the question you'll have, how long is it going to take before I see results? So
I tell people, and Marion, you told me this 100 times, like, stay off the scale. The scale is not the key indicator,
Yeah, exactly.
How do you feel? How do your clothes fit? Like, how do you look? First, your energy levels improve. Like you said, it's all mental, right? You start feeling better. Like, I don't know if it's the endorphins that come along with exercising. When you're hydrated, your skin looks better, eating well, you just feel good overall. So I don't know if this is an answer on the question, but I just, I started looking at okay, I went from a 2X to like first it was like a 2X to an XL. And then I went from like an XL to like a large. I was like, oh, I'm buying larges, like regular larges, like that.
That did it for you. That gave you that high.
Like, oh my gosh. But the thing was, the scale didn't budge for a long time, but the inches were coming off,
Great.
Training, the toning up, things of that nature. And I'm like, well, maybe it is muscle, like most people have been telling me all along.
So you being a female, and you've heard this when you start talking about, because I know when I first met you, you had a little resistance to working with the weights. Audrey would laugh about that. Because a lot of women think, if I get on the weights, I'm not trying to look like a man.
Mm-hmm.
And so what got you over that hump?
I just had to do it. And I was like, at the end of the day, if I look like a man, who cares? And I knew I wasn't going to look like a man because we don't even eat enough.
Yeah.
We're not pumping supplements and this, that, and the other. It's like you couldn't, with the diet and I was on, not really diet, but the nutrition plan I was on, I wasn't eating enough to build that much muscle to look like superhuman, I just body do what it was going to do with the extra resistance. And the older you get now, like I'm in my mid 40s, I'm concerned about losing muscle. So if I can gain muscle, I'm going to all the muscle I can get,
Exactly. So you got over that and past that. So the next question we have, health improvements. You mentioned significant improvements in your health, like lower blood pressure, your A1C levels. And can you elaborate on these changes and how they've impacted your daily life?
Yeah, so like I said earlier, after that scare with my first baby and the post pregnancy, like preeclampsia, and the consistent, stressors of life, that blood pressure was just something I was afraid of, right? And I knew I had to deal with that. I had to get that under control, and then it got to a point where my doctor was trying various medications. I was like, I don't want to be on medications. I hate taking medicine anyway, So I was, first of all, let's just start with drinking water, because I heard water can really help. And Marion, I went from drinking like 0 water to like half a gallon, then a gallon, because I would not drink water at all.
Yeah.
If I drank water, my body really needed it at that point. But
water wasn't high on the list for you.
Yes, water. So I noticed like water, and then kind of removing and dealing with some of those stressors that I knew, increase my blood pressure, so to speak. That, having a consistent routine, I think that helped with my blood pressure. My A1C was always a concern. I've always been pre-diabetic. And to finally see that number go within normal range, I was like,
that had to be exciting.
Wow.
So that segues me into this question here. Managing PCOS and insulin resistance and I know it could be challenging.
Yeah.
How is your new lifestyle impacted by these conditions?
So PCOS is almost like all of it goes like metabolic issues. They go hand in hand. PCOS, insulin resistance, high blood pressure, like all of it's intertwined in some sort of way. So I think overall, just general lifestyle change and routine. Now I'm not saying that it'll eradicate it, it'll go away completely, but it will diminish a lot of your symptoms. PCOS and insulin resistance is still like an ongoing battle for me, but I feel like the diet that I'm on is managed better. I don't have to take medication. Like I said, my numbers have been fine. But it has a lot to do with what you eat. Exercise is a small part of it. It's a big part, but I think nutrition is the key. Managing what you put in your mouth, not having so many starches and sugars and things of that nature. And when you have your mindset on, okay, I know why I'm doing this.
Yeah.
You want to, that consistency, consistently, even if you're 80% consistent, no one's perfect. I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
I still struggle on the weekends. It's like Friday. I'm like, ooh, so
yeah. But Monday through Friday, you're going to get back on track.
Exactly.
So what we're saying is you don't have to be perfect.
No.
You just got to reroute the way you do things, and that makes it all worth it.
Correct. Yeah. So I'm not the type, and I've never been the type to let one incident or something throw me off. Oh, I can't, get to the gym. The gym's closed. I guess I'm not working out the rest of the week.
Yeah.
So I tell people, and I say this a lot, just do the next right thing. If you can't get to the gym, make sure your eating's on track. If you can't get to a meal prep, find something that is healthy, a healthier option. Drink your water. Just do what you can until you can get back to your routine.
So this is a question I'm adding in there because I think a lot of people, and they probably will say, I don't have time. I don't have the support at home. I got children. How are you managing that with a husband and children and still continue to be able to concentrate on yourself enough so everybody's okay, especially you?
Right. Well, I have a very supportive husband. He's like my number one champion. I couldn't do this without him. So he has the kids right now. They headed to the gym. They left me.
Shout out to Andre.
Yeah. He's committed too. So there go. But it's good to have a support system. But for those that don't have a support system, you have to encourage yourself. And you, at the end of the day, you have to realize, okay, I'm doing this for me. If I don't do this for me, I'm not useful or helpful to anyone else. Absolutely. And it might sound a little selfish, but sometimes you got to be selfish when it comes to yourself. It's nothing.
Absolutely.
I'm so guilty about that. And for those that say, well, I don't have time, make the time. You know, you got time to watch Netflix and catch up on the series. God, you know, get on the treadmill. Why are you looking at TV? Why are you doing laundry? Instead, do it standing up. You don't have to sit down. Move around. Just move your body something. It's not all or nothing. It's all or something. You know,
Absolutely.
It's all or something. And just make sure, just do the best you can. I tell people, you know, just keep trying. Just keep doing.
And that's great advice. So
Right.
the next thing we want to ask, and I'm sure people will be wondering, sustainability and future goals. What are your strategies for maintaining your weight and health improvements long term? Do you have any specific goals moving forward?
I would say I always tell myself, you know, I got a little discouraged after the holidays. I don't know why. I get in my head, you know, and I'm like, oh, I'm not even gonna get on the scale, you know. But my thing is, you know, I know what works. I'm just going to get up and continue to do what I know works. I'm going to get up. I'm going to, you know, drink my coffee, whatever, water, get to the gym, eat my food, do what I have to do, and just keep it moving. You just got to continue on. So as far as goals, I would say I don't really have a weight goal.
Yeah.
It's more so like building that muscle, toning up, and just trying to be the best version of me, making sure my numbers at the doctors are still within range and good. That's where, you know, my focus is and will continue to be. It's all about longevity at this point.
Absolutely.
Like I have 3 kids and I want to be there for them. I want to be able to participate in whatever they have going on. And so that's what it's about at this point in life.
Okay, that's awesome. So our last question, advice for others. Finally, what advice would you give to others who are struggling to find a weight loss method that works for them?
Try, like, advice, I would say, don't overthink it. I'm a terrible overthinker. Start simple. It doesn't even have to be a workout method or anything. Start with your diet. Start with what you're eating. You'll consciously know, okay, I keep a gallon of water like with me everywhere, like at all times.
So you're prepared.
Create a routine, write it down, write what you want, how you want your future self to be. Think about your future self. Always think about your future self. Thinking about now, but think about 20 years from now. You know, where do you want to be? Okay, and just start simple. Okay, I know I need to do better with drinking water. I know I need to eat right. Write it out. You know what they say, write the vision, make it plain.
Yeah, manifestation.
Exactly. So just start simple. You know, the exercise, start with just walking, walking around the neighborhood, 20, 30 minutes. Just kind of create a routine that you know you could do. Just don't overthink it and stay consistent. The weight's not going to come off in like 5 days. It's not even like 3 months, maybe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To keep doing it. I've been doing this since 2012 off and on, but I didn't really get serious until I joined E2M. And so I'm going in into year 3, I believe. I started in 2022. So March 2025 will be 3 years. And now I'm just getting to the point where I feel like I can maintain and feel okay without feeling like I'm yo-yoing or getting on the scale, this, that, and the other. It's in me now, you know what I mean? And that took time.
It did. So, and of course, I say this because I see you more often than people might be on here, and you look great.
Thank you.
But what I want to say to people is, it doesn't happen overnight. But I also want things so you can be motivated by. So if people want to follow you, and I will tell you, she puts up great pics and videos. So you got to check her out. So how can people check you out, follow you on social media?
So on IG, I am Caramel Cafe Americano. Maybe we can put it, I didn't think to even type it out or anything like that, but Caramel _Americano, I believe that's it. On Facebook, it's just Deocha Johnson. That's probably the easiest way. You can follow me on Facebook. TikTok is the same as Instagram, Caramel Cafe Americano. But yeah.
So I want people to be, and I know this is an inspirational story because it was inspirational to me, which is why I invited you on. And I want people to follow you. I want people to ask you questions because it's very hard to do this on your own.
It is.
But to know someone who has walked that journey, who has been on that road to success, and to say it's not straight, it's curvy. So that's why I want people to follow you. I want people to understand that this is not overnight, but to know someone and can reach out to them, because you may need to start your own group.
Right.
You know, and have these either young ladies, these people, anybody who wants change in their life, because you've been there.
Right.
You've gone through it. You've gone through the ups and downs. And this is the part that people don't know. And people don't know that you guys are going through some stuff, getting your house prepared, you know, with your kitchen. So you had to maneuver around that, and you still found the time to get your food together and still make it to the gym.
Exactly.
Remarkable.
Exactly. You just got to find a way, you know, just find a way. Nothing's perfect, but like you said, the road is never straight, but as long as it's consistently going up, you know, or down, or however which way you want it to go, you know, you'll have the road, but as long as it's consistent on a trajectory, I think it'll be good. Yeah, and I hope that people will reach out. Don't be afraid to reach out. I'm very approachable. I'm very open. I'm an open book. I'll tell you whatever you want to know. But my thing is, I want people to take inventory of themselves, take themselves seriously, and make time for them to actually do something, you know.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I want to thank you for your time. And I know time is something that we can't get back. So I am very grateful and happy that you can talk with us. Anybody out there, if you are frustrated, if you're confused, you already got the blueprint where to go. I can tell you, but I try to bring people on here who has lived it. Mm-hmm. So it makes it easier for you to talk to them, because you can say, oh, Marion, you already in shape. That may be true, but it took work for me too.
And it takes work to make it. Right.
So I want to thank you for joining us. And I'm going to continue to talk a little more about anything, but I want you, if you're ready to go to the gym, because after I'm finished, I'm going to the gym.
Right.
So I may see you there if you go.
Right.
Right,
I need to rest more. Rest and recovery is something I need to do more. But like I said, once it's in you, it's difficult. So I believe in active recovery.
Yeah, and we've talked about that. So
I know. Thank you for having me, Marion. This was a pleasure. Again, you know, your viewers, listeners, feel free to reach out to me on Facebook, Deocha Johnson, or Caramel Cafe Americano on IG, TikTok, wherever you have social media. Absolutely.
You have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon.
All right. Thank you. Take care.
All right. Bye. All right, folks, you've heard it. And this is probably one of the longest we have gone, but I felt everybody need to hear this since we've started at the beginning of the year. So everybody can understand. And I know I sound a little nasally, but that barometric pressure, it is something you should look it up, because it does affect the way, it almost feels like somebody's doing your face like this. That's what it feels like. It's not that you're sick, it's just the barometric pressure trying to get your body used to it, because we're in winter time now. But also, if you have not done it yet, go to MarionTrainer.com, check out Me Versus Me, and another new book. Or got to make things happen, because if it doesn't start here, it doesn't go anywhere else. So, and you all know how I say it. If not you, then who? If not now, then when? I hope your year has started off great. I also hope that you guys got a lot from this. And please, by all means, start something. The first step to 1,000 miles is the first step. Y'all take care of yourselves. Most of all, take care of each other. And I'll see you on the other side, which means success.
At MarionTrainer.com. we go beyond just workouts. Here you'll find everything you need to achieve lasting change, from fitness training and personalized meal plans to motivational ebooks and exclusive coaching calls. Visit mariontrainer.com today.